We have had an immigration minister and the preceding immigration minister who have not responded as Canada should to the humanitarian crisis that has been ongoing for years in Syria. Opposition parties have been calling for the government to do more to accept refugees into this country, and they chose not to. I think it's up to them to explain to Canadians why they have chosen to stand aside as this human tragedy unfolds on an unimaginable scale across the water.
Sir, when you do look at this particular case, the information that we have that Turkey is not issuing exit visas, that the UN wouldn't register this family as refugees, to what degree do you think Canada could have made a difference in this case?
I think we're going to be finding out more about these issues in the coming hours and days. But I do know that this family's, Father Abdullah's sister in Vancouver had been trying for months to get their family to come over, that there was a path and a reason that these particular little boys should be right now preparing for the beginning of the school year in Vancouver with their cousins, instead of reminding us all that Canada, over the past years, has failed to be the country that we like to imagine it to be.
Minister Alexander, we understand, has suspended his campaign as a candidate in order to, I guess, address the crisis more fully. I wonder what your reaction is to that.
You don't get to suddenly discover compassion in the middle of an election campaign. You either have it or you don't. And this government has ignored the pleas of Canadian NGOs, of opposition parties, and of the international community that all believe that Canada should be doing more and should have been doing more.
Mr. Trudeau, while you were both speaking, we were hearing from the Conservative Party, Jason Kenney has cancelled his media availability. This comes after Chris Alexander cancelled his scheduled appearance this morning on Canada AM. Stephen Harper has just cancelled his morning photo op. When someone finally does speak from the Conservative Party, what do you want to hear from them, and what do you say to no one speaking to this from the government at this point?
I think all Canadians want an explanation and an apology. An explanation as to why despite months and even years of NGOs, of the international community, of Canadians, of opposition parliamentarians asking this government to do more to address the refugee crisis, why they chose not to. And I think an apology is in order. A terrible mistake was made, and when someone makes a mistake, you apologize and you try and fix it as best you can. That's something I think Canadians will expect to hear from the Prime Minister, from Jason Kenney, and from Chris Alexander.